Hey YouTube, hey Bold and the Beautiful fans. So we saw the day after what happened with Tom's surprising, shocking collapse. And now it looks like we have a little bit more of a picture of what could be going on. Maybe we have more answers than questions, although there's still gonna be a lot of questions with this summer mystery whodunit. So let's get into it. So we saw today Poppy reacting to the news about Tom, okay? And Poppy seemed genuinely surprised. And she also seemed like really worried, concerned that something, went wrong, okay? So is this now pointing to Poppy being the one who did this? Did she maybe try to just, induce Tom into a state where he couldn't play, or and she overcalculated the dosage, and then it led to Tom, of course, dying? Did Poppy do this? And maybe she didn't intend for Tom to die, but maybe she intended for Tom to just maybe pass out or not be able to play. Although that doesn't really make much sense either, if she just wanted to kind of incapacitate him for one night too. But Poppy seemed really, really concerned, really, really worried. But I think the show is trying to tell us maybe that Poppy is definitely one of the prime suspects in this. And of course, she was the last person to see Tom. But we know Lee looked very suspicious there. And of course, Jack and Justin were there too. And of course, we didn't see any of those characters in today's show too, the cast of suspects. So are we gonna see them again? Are we gonna see Justin and Jack again in the future? Are we gonna get some more clarity as to why they were exactly there? Are they gonna be working with other characters? There's an idea Justin's gonna work with Bill, but that's a whole other video right now. But Lee definitely looks suspicious, and Poppy obviously is a prime candidate too. Jack and Justin too are intriguing suspects, and we'll have to see if the show kind of moves in their direction a little bit, at least to kind of make us consider them more strongly. So we'll see if that happens. But there's some theories out there that I want to get into, okay, when it comes to Tom and Luna and Lee administering the paternity test and about that paternity test. There's one idea that Tom is actually related to Bill. There's an idea that maybe Bill and Tom are long lost brothers, okay? Maybe they're like the movie Twins, right? With Danny DeVito, right? So, there's that fun idea out there, but of course that's just speculation. There's nothing official when it comes to that, but it would explain maybe why there was this positive on the paternity test, okay? Another really intriguing theory involves Lee. And this theory involves Lee protecting a family secret, okay? So we know Lee administered the test. Maybe Lee rigged the test to make it look like Bill is the father, but Bill actually isn't. Of course, it could be Tom. The show's kind of telling us that it's Tom, but maybe Lee believes that it's Finn and that she rigged the test to protect Finn because she doesn't want that secret getting out, okay? And the Finn theory is something that we've talked about here on the channel, and they've kind of gone away from that a little bit, so I don't know if they're gonna circle back to that idea, but it would explain why Lee would have the motive to rig the paternity test if she did, okay? Also, the paternity test, did come up a positive for Bill and Luna, so there has to be a way to explain that. Either Lee tampered with the test somehow, and if it's the Finn secret and Lee's protecting Finn and this big family secret from coming out, then that would explain her motive for rigging the test, okay? Also, the Tom, Bill brother idea would kind of explain too why the paternity test came up positive. But again, these are just theories. This is just speculation, and we really don't know the answers. We know Tom believed that he was the father. So if Tom's the father, then why did it come up positive for Bill? That's still a big mystery that hopefully we'll get more answers to soon enough. But we saw today, the aftermath of everything that happened at the concert at Il Giardino. And we know someone in black gloves put some substance, some powder in the drink. And there's different ideas about the gloves, right? Was it a man's hands? Was it a woman's hands? You know, it's sometimes hard to tell. And but there's lots of theories about who could have done it. Lee looked very suspicious. And when Tom collapsed, Lee didn't rush over to help, right? And so there's a lot of questions as to why Lee wouldn't have run over to help. One idea, and maybe I'm just giving Lee an out, is that there was already a crowd of people around Tom, and Sheila, who's a former nurse, was there attending to Tom, and Hollis had called 911. So maybe Lee, you know, was just observing, and she didn't want to get into that crowd of people there and, you know, make it a bigger crowd and complicate things, okay? But I'm probably reaching on that idea. You know, Lee was definitely interested in what was going on, so did Lee have something to do with this? Lee is one of the, and kind of my favorite suspect in this, but now after today's episode, I'm starting to think more Poppy. But of course, Lee was there. It looks like she was looking for someone. Jack asked her if she's looking for someone. So did Lee maybe anticipate that Poppy could try to do something, and Lee maybe was there to stop her, or did Lee do it herself? We don't know, okay? But Poppy definitely looked worried and concerned and surprised that Tom had died, okay? Did Poppy do something just intending to maybe, you know, incapacitate Tom but not necessarily kill him? It remains to be seen. Or did somebody else do this? It remains to be seen, but there's plenty of questions. Deacon knows something up because he knows something's off about this, because Finn came over and told, you know, them that it was an overdose, and Deacon knows that Tom was trying to get his life back together and that Tom was in recovery, okay? And it doesn't make sense that he would have an overdose. So Deacon now, I think he's gonna start to ask questions too, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. That could be really interesting if Deacon and maybe even Finn start to investigate this more. We know Finn and Lee will be in the hospital, you know, this month in a week or so, and we'll see what's going on there. And I think it's in a couple of weeks from now, but we're definitely going to get more answers to these questions. There's another idea too, that whoever did this to Tom is going to try to pin it on Sheila, and that Sheila will be framed, okay? And we didn't see Sheila in today's episode too, so it'll be interesting to catch up with her and get her, you know, reaction to everything that happened. But there's definitely an idea that whoever did this to Tom, and it could be Sheila herself, but if Sheila is innocent, that maybe the person will try to frame Sheila for this and make Sheila take the fall, because Sheila is, you know, an obvious choice for doing something like this, right? So they want to get the attention off of them, and then they're going to pin it on Sheila. So that's a prevailing idea that's out there. We'll have to see if the show goes in that direction. There's still plenty of questions that we have, but Poppy's reaction was definitely interesting today. What did you think about it? Is she now your favorite suspect in this? Who's your favorite suspect in this? And also check out the poll that I posted too on the Alexander Boom channel, and tell me who your favorite suspect is. And I'm starting to think that maybe Poppy tried to do something, but she made a mistake maybe, and it led to these devastating results. But I'm not I'm not making that official yet. I'm still having an open mind about who this could be, and quite frankly, I think we're not going to know until the show reveals that exciting shocker. So we'll keep it right here with more updates every day on this exciting summer mystery whodunit. So keep it right here, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.